Hello, hi. Thanks for selecting part B, or part 2 of my project video called Closed Down Buildings and Forgotten Streets of Dundee. So this is the next part and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, thanks. Right, there's just a slight revision I'm going to make before the video plays on. It's just to say that when I use the word derelict, the buildings aren't necessarily derelict. They could still be under review and development and plans to reopen them. It's just a choice of words I used during the filming at the time. I didn't really know what I was going to title this video, so I used the word derelict, etc. It doesn't, as I say, mean any of the buildings are actually derelict. They've been closed down for years, but it doesn't mean that they're not owned. They could still be owned and still have plans to get them reopened again. So derelict, I was just wanting to make that, just to revise that word. And I've revised the title, called it Closed Down Buildings and Forgotten Streets. They're forgotten, not all the streets, they're not forgotten, but just hardly used. Some of them anyway. Douglas Street is still used, but like so the ones you'll see in the video, the other two, they're hardly used, so I've just called it Forgotten. Okay, enjoy the video, thanks. That revision also applies to sites and streets as well. Right, hello. Right. Behind me is the old Harbour Cafe. This is just another part of my derelict Dundee project. Just filming the derelict buildings. It's been closed for quite a while, this. I remember getting something out there a few years back, about 5-6 years ago, but it must be shut for 2 or 3 years maybe. But, and there's this other building here as well with, I think it's Plum Centre or something. That's been shut for a while also. So I'll turn this on anyway. I'll turn this camera around and I'll get some footage of both of them for you. Okay. This is down at the docks, by the way. That's where the refinery is at Nias Gas and East Dock Street runs along. It's parallel with this road, and it's the water treatment plant behind me. So I'll get this turned round and I'll get some photos and videos of both these buildings for you. Okay. It would be nice to see it open again, actually. It's been shut for a few years. Right, so I've done videos and photos of the Harbour Cafe. This building behind me here, to me it looks as though it's been shut for ages. I don't actually know, I think it's probably the Plum Centre or something, I don't know. But it's got the old style lamppost there, which is quite smart, quite interesting. So I'll borrow this camera around and I'll project that one as well. Okay. I'm not sure if it's a listed building. It could be a listed building actually. I don't know. I'm not too sure. telegraph pole connector insulators. Right, that's just done both the Harbour Cafe and the building next to it, the old building next to it. It could be a listed building. So this video is compiled of various videos. It'll be filmed over different days. So this is just this section of the video down at the docks. So the next section will be possibly filmed on a different day. And it's all going to be joined together to form this main video. But anyway, that's both of them filmed. It's been shot for probably at least 5 years, I guess. And that's been shot for about the same time, I think. So thanks for watching. That's this section down. We'll get the next section. Okay. Right, so my next part of demolition, derelict Dundee. It's the custom house behind me. That's the old Dundee custom house. So that's been shut down for quite a few years as well. But I was in there for a few things like back in the 90s for various stuff, like just small things. But I'll go and video that for you, okay? This is on East Dock Street, by the way. Just opposite. You've got the Taybridge waterfront up that way, and that's heading along towards the ferry. So I'll go and get that video for you. So this is me at the back of the customs house, and this leads out to the city quay, and that's the Apex Hotel behind me there. Okay. So that's it for that section, the custom house. So I'll move on to the next section. Right, my next place to visit, derelict or disregarded place, is the street bank, 20 yards road. So this leads down to the main dual carriageway Dock Street. That's the main road. This is running along Broughty Ferry Road. So this basically joins Broughty Ferry Road with Lower Dock Street. So I'll turn this on and I'll film down there for you as well. And there's some old lampposts as well that are quite good, quite interesting. Okay. Right, it's got the old telegraph pole tight wires as well. It's an ancient lamppost. So I highly recommend it if you, well, I don't know, I'll rephrase that. If you're deciding to visit this lane, just be particularly careful where you put your feet, because there could be all sorts of things lying around. You don't know what you're going to, so just be careful. As you can see, it's been left. It's not had any TLC for a while, shall we say. So, but it's a lane, it connects. I mean, you can walk, it's open, you could walk up this, well, this is obviously connecting the lower part of Dock Street with Broughty Ferry Road. There's the old lamppost. You don't see many of them around. So that looks like the original sign for the road. It looks like this had been open to traffic because it's got 30 mph sign. I mean, gosh, you couldn't imagine doing 30 along here. I mean, obviously when it was clear, it still doesn't look very wide enough for that. Right, so I've walked down the road and I've took the videos, so I'm just going to basically make my way back up and then I'll continue on with the next place. Okay. Right, so I'm on Wallace Street now. This is another part of Dundee that's, well, sort of like wasteland, I guess, or disregarded, derelict, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's probably going to be earmarked for some sort of use, but It's basically Broughty Ferry Road down there. That's Peabody Lane. That's my work, the bus depot, just down there on East Dock Street. And behind is where Princess Street. Not Princess Street's in Edinburgh. Princess Street is this one. And it's also known as the ski slope. So Wallace Street basically just connects these two. It's a dead end though, you can't get up. It's been closed off for many years, but at one time it did. So behind me was an old, some sort of, was it a mill or something, I can't remember, but I'm sure somebody that knows the history better than me will remember what that was. But I'll turn the camera around and I'll film this sort of area for you, okay? It's a nice sunset as well, by the way. It's quite a steep brae, this one, so if you're parking like what I've done, make sure you've got a good handbrake. Point your wheels in to the curb in case it fails and keep it in gear if it's a manual. Just a wee tip. Yeah, this was all bulldozed a couple of years ago. It lay derelict for a long time, but I can't remember what it was. It's obviously gone through many things but the building itself was an old building. It's a pity I didn't have longer arms. I could have got the camera higher. I should have maybe got a stick actually, but I wasn't prepared there. I just finished my shift and then just basically try to get as much done as I can in the little time I've got. So as always, I'm never prepared. But I've got something for you anyway. Some old gate or something. Gates. Well, they're truly rusted. It's a nice sunset as well. There's an old bus, Dundee Transport Museum livery bus. Bus 1's Volvo Gemini, Volvo B7TL, the bright Gemini body. And the Transport Museum's just along the road a bit. The Transport Museum is basically just about half a mile, third of a mile up there and down at Market Mews. Yeah, the site, the actual building used to be William Halley and Sons Jute Mill, and I think later it had something to do with Dundee Prince or something, but originally it was an old jute mill. So, this is standing on Robertson Street, and at the other end, the Sperring Part at the far end, that's all far it stretches to. So behind me is the steps to Melvin Lane. Well, that's been closed off for a long time, and back there's where the gasworks are, the old gasometer and that there. So it's been closed for quite a while. I'll try and get some footage of the shallower wall back on the other side. Well, it runs along, this is still Broughty Ferry Road by the way, and so it's basically just hitting nuts going towards the city centre to the east. Sorry, the west direction. And this would have led you down if you got down these stairs to Dock Street. We'll try and get the view over that wall, try and get the camera above there for you. Okay. So I was able just to get on my tiptoes and raise my arms up as high as I could to try and get this view for you. And these stairs, I remember you used to be able to get down that way. Between that wall and that wall there was a bit of a path, and these stairs led down there. It's been closed off for a long time. And that's the old gasometer. That's been out of use for many years as well. Probably, let's say 10 years maybe. So I was looking over towards the Dundee City Centre. I think that was an old sugar house. I remember hearing that on the tour bus many years ago. Well, I've gone back hundreds of years, decades, maybe about 100 or a couple of hundred years in the 18th century. I think that was something to do with this sugar house or something. I can't remember fully, but that rings a bell. It just seems to remember something like that. That was when they used to run the tour buses, the open top tour buses. This was back in 1995. So I wasn't that great at the history, but so that's what it's like behind this wall here. And it's another part of Dundee that's derelict, awaiting further development or whatever they're going to do to it. Right, so this was the wall I was on about. I try to get the camera up above it to show you as much as I can. What I'll do is I'll go down to the front onto the main dock street and get some photos and videos looking in this way, looking in this direction from down there. Okay, but I'm going to watch the memory on this phone because it's starting to fill up. I'll see what I can do for you. Right, so I got myself down to the front of it. I was up there earlier on, just in the last shot. I was up there behind that wall, in the boundary wall. So this is obviously the main Dock Street road that's behind me, and you'll see looking the east part of this site, you'll see the old gasometer. So I'll turn this round and I'll get the footage for you. Okay. So obviously it's still owned by the company. It's not. I mean, you're not allowed in it. It's obviously still belongs to the gas company. It's all secure, obviously. So. Right, so that's the memory nearly following this. It's going to be getting dark shortly, so I've done enough for today. And this is enough for this section. So, but like I say, this video is made up over different days, so you'll see the next section on a different day because it's going to be somewhere else and it'll be somewhere where it's a bit lighter. Right, so that's it for the day. We'll see the next bit coming up. Right, so that's me on my next part now. It's a different day. It's not that bright, but it's good enough anyway. It's enough daylight to do this. So I'm at the Camperdown Leisure Park. Behind me here is the old NCR administration building. It's been like that for years, decades, many years. In fact, I think that was shut down before the ice rink and cinema was even put there. So yeah, this is the Camperdown Leisure Park, which is on the western side of Dundee City. Behind me there, that's where the Kingsway runs across. It's looking south, and just to the north of that building you've got the ice rink, the main Dundee Ice Arena. Then you've got the Cineworld. Now that's just closed down as well. All of them have closed down, the Cineworld cinemas, or Cineworlds. So I would hope that, I'm a member of the cinema, so I hope it does open up again soon. But they're all closed, all these branches are closed, so I may even consider putting that on my video as well. Or maybe. But anyway, I'll get this, I'll get the camcorder turned round and I'll get film in this block for you and photograph it as well for you. Okay. So this is the north facing side of it. And this is coming round to the east side of this building. And this is the south facing wall. This is the west facing side of it. And this is now looking out towards Camperdown Country Park, beyond these trees in the horizon. brings us back to the north side, the north facing side. So that's me just about done here. Actually, this road in its own right, this road itself is a forgotten road of Dundee. It obviously used to serve the NCR access, but it just basically, it's dead ended from there at the side of the ice rink, and it just goes to where the fence is, the boundary fence to at the Kingsway. But obviously this road would have been the original road that would have served all this estate. There's still a sign there, no entry sign and street signs and that down there. So anyway, that's it for this section, and either this will be the last section for this project, or if I think of anything else then there'll be one after that. But I'll get it all compiled up into one main video, and there'll be an introduction and everything for you as well. Okay. Okay, hope you've enjoyed part B, and I hope you look forward to watching part C. Thanks, cheers.